yes and yes, Yvonne Jordan.
Contest chair. Is she really going out with him? Is she really gonna take him home tonight? The answer to those two questions are yes and yes. And I'm sure, gentlemen, if you've ever seen a similar situation, you've probably asked yourself the question, why? You're better looking than he is. You're a smoother dresser than he is. You have a bigger car than he has. So what is she doing with him when she could be with you? Well, perhaps he knows the secret to success with other people. I have researched the work of leading psychologists, sociologists, anthropologists, and a few successful general gigolos, so I can tell you that secret. And it's really very simple. But then Confucius did say, life is very simple, but we insist on complicating it. The secret to success when you meet someone new, be it for work or be it for play, lies with you and you and you. It's all down to ourselves and the affect we have on others. How do we make them feel? In the words of the American civil rights activist Maya Angelou, people will forget about what you said. They will forget about what you did, but they will never forget how you make them feel. The secret to successful relationships lies in knowing that how we think, feel, and act towards others, they will think, feel, and act towards us. It's emotional intelligence. Ladies, have you ever been to a party and met a guy? You guess by his smug, bony appearance he might be a cyclist? Hi, I'm a cyclist. Told you. I'm just back. Took the bike across outer Mongolia. First day, broke my leg in 3 places, but I kept on going. Decided to take a shortcut over a mountain. I saw a child dying from an incurable illness, hanging from a cliff. I just gave him my glasses and kept on going. The food was disgusting, so I was living only on yak's milk, and I'm like lactose intolerant. That's a true story. Well, all right, I exaggerated a bit about the lactose intolerance, but you get the picture. He thinks he's God's gift in lycra, but no emotional intelligence, no empathy. Empathy, the ability to share in other people's feelings and emotions. My father, I would have said he wouldn't know empathy if it jumped up and bit him. He left all that kind of stuff to my mother. He was at her side when she died in a Dublin hospital at 4 a.m. By 5 a.m., I was running down the hospital corridor to be at his side. The room, it smelled of burning candles, and he stood there in their amber glow with his arms outstretched, a big, strong, heartbroken man. And he said, "Don't speak. I will hold you until you're ready to talk." Empathy. Oh, there may be some cynics among you who would say, does all this empathy and emotional intelligence not benefit the giver as much as the receiver? Well, yes. But it is the oil that turns the cogs, that turns the wheels, that makes society work. And well, what's not to love about that? Oh, of course, there's a fly in every ointment. Enter Dick Swab, the eminent Dutch neuroscientist. Dick says in his book called We Are Our Brains, that everything we are was determined when we were still in our mother's wombs, and we can do nothing to improve ourselves. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Dick. I, for one, am not willing to accept that. And rowing in with me is Daniel Goldman, a leading world expert on emotional intelligence. He believes emphatically that it can be learned, and that we can learn also all the time that how we think, feel, and act towards others, they will think, feel, and act towards us. So, with that in mind, I will invite Dick, the Dutch doctor, that self-centered cyclist, and you to try what I call the yes effect. That is, if every time you're speaking to someone, you try to leave them saying, yes, I feel good about myself, you will soon find people will want to spend more time in your company. And who knows what that might lead to. Very soon, it could be you who finds yourself walking down the street, and you might find some Toastmasters hanging out on a street corner. And you might overhear them say the words from that old Joe Jackson song. Is she really going out with him? Is she really gonna take him home tonight? And it will be your turn to say yes and yes.